Gray's YouTube studio.
That's right.
Brought to you by Gray's Tree and Landscaping. And Echo. And the guy that recorded that song.
That's right. Shout out to everybody.
There you go.
A little bit of a back lane here. Got the gray truck on it, redirected through the woods.
Nice and slow.
Yo, hold on.
Nice and steady.
Real slow.
Down.
Yeah. Beautiful. Right on the money. No broken branches either. Couple flew out, but no hangers. Good work, guys.
Good job, boss man.
Pretty work. Pretty work.
Boss man doing boss man
Pretty
thing.
work.
Oh, we about had a punch sandwich there.
Me and Scott had to about fight over who was going to drop this one, but I'll let him get the next one.
Oh, the little dead scrubby thing up the hill.
All right, I got my good buddy Scott working with me today. I've already took the oak down in the back and he put a line up to the top of this tree. He's gonna base tie it. Gonna show you all how.
The rabbit goes around the tree. So this is a daisy chain hitch. So we're not gonna have to pull very hard. Do that one more time. Full twist. Just feed a couple, at least two. You eat up all the slack in your line with it.
So sweet. I even just learned something new because I don't do that.
Yeah, and then when you go to untie it, you just pull a little tag out and we're out. So this is good if you're not loading super heavy. Maybe a couple 1,000 pounds of force or something. Nothing too drastic.
Nice.
And it'll probably take even more because it's gonna have all the friction going up and over. So this pin's not even gonna see all the force. So that knot will hold all day.
What you running?
This is a 462 ported by a 417 saw shop.
Sweet.
28-inch bar, skip tooth.
Got the bark box on it?
But yeah, and a square file. I like the bark box over the Egan straight shot because I climb and the Egan straight shot sits out further and it's made better. It's made out of thicker metal with better welds, but it holds heat forever. And so when you're climbing, it can melt your ropes, burn your hands.
Don't need that.
So
are those aftermarket dogs? Or?
These are West Coast. They're 3-point dogs. I like these because these are one of the few sets of dogs that see this orientates to the bottom of your chain.
Yeah.
So when you go to dog in on your second cut, you basically set it there and you don't have to worry about a lot of overcut.
Scott's gonna show us how to cut a cedar since they don't have good holding wood, correct?
Yeah, they're real snappy and brittle. I'll do this with a traditional notch, but you can do it with a Humboldt also.
Sweet.
And normally I do it with a little bit higher stump, and it'll kind of make sense because I'm gonna do like a vertical plunge cut through. So I saw some Northern European guys, they do this a lot when they fell. It gives this part of the hinge a place to go.
Mm.
Another thing I did is I took the face cut in, see the tension wood, the lean's over there.
Yeah.
So I put my hinge in the tension wood, so I don't have to cut these fibers to keep this tree from going that way, right? So that helps. I pretty much do that on anytime I can. But this allows these brittle fibers a little bit more movement and a little bit. You can also even actually nip an angle that way.
Okay.
I haven't found that this matters at all with like pine and white oak and post oak and stuff like that. But your real brittle trees, when I was trying this technique, it actually, with like cedar, holly trees, Bradford pears, any of your real snappy stuff that doesn't hinge well or reliably, you can get a little more out of it typically like that.
Sweet.
But obviously we're gonna start it, we're gonna get it cut up, and then we're gonna yank real fast just because of the brittleness of it. But
Looks good.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we got the tractor set up over there, so we're gonna get it tied on and get this pulled over.
So it was running a little more left than I wanted, which I was concerned with it being cedar. So I kind of did a little steering to the right. But look, it pulled.
Yeah.
And it tore all the way down like we said, right? Wait, when do you see that happen on cedar?
You don't usually just
Yeah,
snaps.
and that never happens. It all looks like the middle right here, right? Normally it just
Yeah.
falls apart. But
So when you took off more here on the left side, it was able to
yeah, just
hang on.
pulling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, this thing didn't snap, and that's even with a fairly thick hinge, right?
Wow, that's a good trick.
Yeah, so I've never seen, I never get to do that with a standard notch, but it happens quite often when you put in that vertical curve. I don't even know the name of it.
It works.
Northern Europeans did it. I tried it on a bunch of trees, found it useless for most of them, but for the real brittle wood, I was like, you know what?
We'll make a name for it.
That's the deal.
Ah!
Pushing it back hard.
Yeah. Dang.
Get the loader. Yeah, so here we go. So if I wouldn't have had that sizzle in there, it could have very well come off. Not very likely.
Yeah.
But
Had some wind gust pick up, and it was not looking the best for a second.
But see, so we're gonna aim at that, and it would come over here.
Yeah.
So that's what she did.
Good work. Yeah, luckily I was able to climb up right there.
Yeah.
Speed it up a bit.
Yeah.
Moving on to this big dead pine. Ain't got a whole lot of room, but I'm gonna try to lay it right down the corner of this driveway. It's got a little bit of a forward lean. Might not need to use wedges. Look at these pine beetle holes. These keep us pretty busy here in South Carolina. to the pine closest to the house. Pretty straight up. It's just way too close to this customer's new house. So Scott's got his face cut in, and we have Angelo down the driveway with a rope in it. So let's do it.
She's leaning in the woods.
Yep, got a little lean towards the woods, but aim right towards the track.
No problem for Pop.
That's right.